Whew, I tell you, it's so much I want to say, and I just I feel compelled, to really, kind of pour my heart out, because God has been good. I can truly say God has been good, But when you get born again and you begin to think more about the things of God than you do the things of the world, then you're getting meat, for the master's use. I mean, these past 6 years have been very, very difficult. They have been very difficult. I've gone through a lot of trials, and that's why I know, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we are in warfare because there's spiritual wickedness in high places. You think about Jesus, just think about Jesus' life, and how, from the time he was born, even when he was in the womb, his mother was persecuted. I mean, Joseph, found out that Mary was pregnant and he was engaged to Mary, and he wasn't willing to make her a public example. So he said he was going to go ahead and marry her. And an angel came to Joseph and appeared to him and told him, "Don't be afraid, to take Mary for his wife." So he went ahead and he took Mary for his wife. And then the wise men, they were looking for the Messiah because, whenever you go through, whenever you are afflicted, if your heart is right, you're going to cry out to God, because that's why we are afflicted. The Bible says many of the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. So you see, even when Jesus was in the womb, the devil desired to destroy, him. And so the wise men, they were looking for the Messiah. And so, when they looked for the Messiah, Herod told them, they stopped by Herod, and Herod said, "Bring him to me that I may worship him." But Herod meant only to destroy him. So they were warned by God in a dream not to return the same way. They were warned to go another way. So they went another way. And so when Herod saw that he had been tricked, then he issued a decree to destroy all the male babies. From the time the wise men had left, he was trying to conceptualize when exactly Jesus had been born. So to make sure he got rid of Jesus, he was trying to get rid of all the Hebrew babies, because all the male babies, because he didn't know which one, was actually the Messiah. So then God appeared to Joseph again in a dream, and said, "Go to Egypt, take the young child and go to Egypt." So, God led Joseph. Joseph had to, he had to be sensitive, to the Lord. And so then even when Jesus was born, he taught with such authority that even the scribes and the Pharisees, they were wondering, say, how does this young child who's 12 years old, how is he able to speak, with such elucidation, with such magnitude, such depth? He hasn't been to these scholars. He hasn't been to any school, but yet he's able to answer. And then, you think about how even when the two men that were possessed with demons, how when Jesus came and the men that were possessed with demons, they ran out to meet him. And when they ran out to meet him, those demons began to cry out, and they were saying, "We know who thou art, and comest thou to torment us before time." So Jesus lived a life of spiritual warfare. That's why, the Bible tells us to think it not strange concerning the fiery trial that doth beset us. Because when you are saved, The enemy try his best to wear you down. He try his best to wear you down. It be blow after blow after blow. And the thing is, God want the saints. He want the Christian to be able to bear one another burden. That means when I'm going through and and I'm afflicted, then I'm supposed to be able to meet my brother. I'm supposed to be able to meet my sister. And we're supposed to be able to comfort one another. We're supposed to be able to lift each other in prayer, lift each other up in prayer. But the Bible also say because of iniquity, the love of many is waxing cold. So in times like these, like I remember God had given me a dream, to tell my supervisor one time that when Jesus come back, if we have anything in our heart that's not like him, we can't go back with him. And the devil he fight us constantly to try to contaminate our heart. That's why we have to be careful, what we listen to. You got so many sages trying to give people advice, on what to do in their relationship. And in their past, they be done stay up their own husband. How in the world you gonna tell me how you go advise somebody? I mean, come on now. You ain't even, but I'm just saying, this is why we got to get in that word. I've been reading the word. I'm not going to say that sometimes, I don't find it tedious. It's not the word that's tedious. It's just sometimes your flesh, get tired of going through sometimes. And that's when you you have to still away. You have to still away. And you just have to open yourself up. You have to open yourself up to the Lord and let him refill you and let him recharge you. I really need the Lord. I really need the Lord.